What's up, y'all? Can we take one moment just to acknowledge that anxiety is absolutely 100% real? I don't care what nobody says. As a person diagnosed with ADHD and anxiety, but not only that, who treats it, I can tell you it can definitely take over your life, your mind, your space, your body, physically, emotionally, all of it. It can wreak havoc. And for those of us that do not know what anxiety is, here's the textbook definition. It's intense, excessive, and persistent worry and fear about everyday situations. And it's also brought on by stress, which is a state of worry or mental tension brought on by a difficult situation. Click like if you can relate to that. Amplifying Women at Work found that 86% of women surveyed felt more stressed than they did last year. And the common triggers are work pressures, family responsibilities, and societal pressures. And if you've ever experienced anxiety, you know if it's not one thing, it's another. You will find something to worry about. I can say I can relate in almost every way possible, and it makes me emotional thinking about how debilitated I was at one point with my anxiety. I couldn't make decisions, couldn't sleep at night, I couldn't eat sometimes, and I would eat too much sometimes. It just had me all over the place. So today I'm going to share with you my anxiety and stress management secrets that every woman should know. Don't forget to like and share this video with someone who you know can use it. Let's get into it. Focusing on the present is a huge one. Stress spikes for me whenever I think about the woulda, coulda, shouldas of life. I mean, I will worry myself sick, y'all, thinking about everything. And what's so crazy is we think that solving everything right now will make everything better, but in turn it makes you more anxious because you're even more focused on all your problems. To be in the now, I choose to use mindfulness, or at least my version of it. It allows you to be more conscious of your emotions and your thoughts and respond to them more carefully and intentionally. And it can be simple to start. I sit quietly and think about my breathing, focusing on my specific mantra or actually holding something physical in my hands to ground myself. Then I take more slow, deep breaths to relax and to help me set myself in the present. I also like to suggest progressive muscle relaxation. Now, how many of y'all can relate to tensing up when you stress out or have anxiety? It starts in my stomach, then my fist and my jaws just tense all the way up. It's the worst feeling, but I become so much more aware of when it happens. Apps like Declutter the Mind help with body scan meditations. It also helps me to focus on breathing more naturally and focus on self-calming. Stuff like yoga and Tai Chi can have a similar effect. But the key is finding something that helps you to let go of all those thoughts and allows you to just be. Nipping negative thoughts in the bud can be priceless. No, I cannot control the thoughts that pop into my head no more than you can, but I can figure out ways to make better quality thoughts for myself. When I would think so hard about stressful situations like going through a breakup, money, or even school, I would often make the situation worse in my mind. Now when negative thoughts come, I try to make it a point to think of something positive. I'm not saying avoid your problems, but what does happen over time is you train yourself to also think about the balance, and you start to think more happy thoughts over time. And this stops me from going down that deep thought rabbit hole, which leads to me thinking or feeling that I'm sick. I have to remind myself that my stress starts in my mind. So when I improve my thoughts, and I've learned over time to look at positives and negatives, I'm able to balance my thoughts readily, and I'm also able to stop the cycle of falling into overreacting to certain stressors or being able to allow myself to think. I've had to make it a standard to set boundaries. When I started setting limits on my time and energy, I could better manage my stress. I stopped saying yes to those unnecessary commitments and started giving more to my self-care and to myself. Y'all, this freed my life. To be specific, I stopped doing energy draining things that I was no longer comfortable with. This empowered me to make better choices for my life. This also led me to taking effective breaks from everything and everyone. And running raggedy only stressed me out worse. And I'm talking about for every and anybody, y'all. I used to rip and run trying to make sure this person was taken care of and that person. So I encourage you to take breaks that involve stepping away from work and people completely, like going for a walk or even chatting with only those you want to for a while. I also try to disconnect from technology once in a while so that I'm able to fully relax and recharge. And overall, I've stopped feeling guilty about it, and I do not let people take me down guilt trips. When I say no, that's what I mean. And if I cannot do it, I cannot do it. I still struggle with it sometimes, but I'm learning to just stand on what I need and listen to myself before I'm starting to listen to other people. When you start to hear your own voice, you can tune out the stressors and save yourself and get some relaxation. I got a quick but necessary interruption. Getting the right support makes all the difference. Mental health professionals can be amazing to help us sort through stress. Therapy works as a sounding board to help us sort through our challenges independently. The goal is for you to gain skills. It can also help to sort through underlying problems that you probably didn't even know were there. Cognitive behavioral therapy is not only something that I've provided in the past, but it's also something that I've had used on me to help reduce levels of stress. It helps to stop feeling drowned in those thoughts that continually repeat themselves, which can amp up the anxiety. Coping with stress is so much easier when you have people that help you to pull away from your own thoughts. And this also has to do with your overall support system. Personally, I don't tell everybody everything. I ain't never came to the internet and told all my business. I don't tell my business to everybody in the world either. But the right friends, families, mentors, and therapists come in handy, especially when it comes to expressing those deepest, darkest secrets and feelings. So never hesitate to lean on people you can actually trust. The problem is sometimes we lean on those that we cannot trust. So therefore, we have to get a little bit more honest with ourselves and with others about who deserves to know what about us. Trust is the key word. And a book that was given to me by a good friend is Fierce Self-Compassion: How Women Can Harness Kindness to Speak Up, Claim Their Power, and Thrive by Kristen Neff. It gives you those tips to self-compassion and also thinking of ways that you can increase your self-knowledge, self-worth, self-esteem, and help you to listen better so that you know the people to choose and the people that should be a part of your circle. You don't need many people. Let me be clear here. So this is a great book, and I'll also list some other books down below that can help you in your journey. Developing real time management is necessary. Developing good time management lets you feel more in control and reduces your stress levels. Of course, I make smaller goals that are specific and achievable. I look at what should be tackled first and make those more important so that I feel less overwhelmed. From there, I plan activities for my day, week, and month. I include time for breaks and self-care. One big task at a time is my max, and I feel more productive. And because life gets loopy, I like to add in time for things that happen unexpectedly. Working in time for hobbies helps as well. I'm talking things that you might enjoy, like reading, baking, knitting, candle making, or puzzle solving. And this allows space for interruptions when needed. And every day I strive for a more positive attitude. Chronic stress can easily eat away at your life. It makes life feel so much worse, and it has done that for me. So I try to laugh and keep life light and do things to help me feel healthier. And that's right down to the investment in how I look and how I present myself. And that's why I love companies like Warby Parker, who help me to look my best for less. It really is a stress reliever. And they are the sponsor for today's video. Warby Parker offers everything you need for happier eyes that don't miss a thing. From eyeglasses, sunglasses, contact lenses, and eye exams. And you can shop with them online or in stores. Glasses start at $95, including prescription lenses. Sunglasses, progressives, and blue light lenses are also available. And honey, you don't have to break the bank. Believe me, I own a bunch of pairs that I paid for myself. You just answer a few questions and Warby Parker will find frames that fit your face and your style. And I ordered 5 pair of glasses and got to try them free for 5 days again. I continue to try new looks, and sometimes I try looks on again just because I'm trying to figure out what's going to work best for me. In fact, I'm going to buy some new ones soon, but I really love the ease, how I'm able to try them on. And not only that, they have their online try on, which makes it pretty cool as well because it's like a virtual try on. And I just love how easy they make it to streamline the process of getting nice looking glasses that are functional. So try Warby Parker's free home try on program. Order 5 pairs of glasses to try at home for free for 5 days. There's no obligation to buy. Ships free and includes a prepaid return shipping label. Try 5 pair of glasses at home for free at www.warbyparker.com/Nina. I like to have my specific stress journal, and I've actually shown y'all this before. My Everything is Going to Be Okay stress journal makes everything feel okay even when it's not. And I don't know about y'all, but I don't always want to hear over the top positive affirmations or some real cutesy phrases. I need that real. And all the sayings in this one are not flowery and cute, but it does remind you that eventually you will get through tough situations. And I don't like sharing my thoughts with everybody or everything that comes to my mind, because I know if it's in my mind, it doesn't always mean that it's real, and it doesn't always need to be said. And everybody can't handle all of that. Writing is a great outlet for your mental health. It can be songs or poems or a future memoir. Looking back on all those stressful times have gotten me through new stressors. And it reminds me every time of how far I've come. Not only does it help to cope with stress, but it can also be a great way to foster creativity. Actually, getting good sleep changes everything. Physical exercise, a good diet, and deep breathing could help to support healthier sleep. When I sleep well, I wake up naturally and I feel more well rested, as opposed to angry at an alarm clock, which starts the anxiety trend. Bad sleep or none at all affects stress hormones. I get miserable and downright mean even to myself. I also find that it makes me crave unhealthy foods, which can cause illness over time. And a relaxed nervous system allows rest so that you're able to tackle all the problems, issues, anxiety, and stressors of the next day. You feel much better going into them and you feel much more equipped. Investing in my physical health also changed my life. My big investment in my health not only brought about a 100-pound weight loss, but it also brought about stress reduction. Exercise gets the endorphins flowing, which makes stress more manageable. It's my form of meditation and it boosts my mood. What I noticed is that when I walked, went for a run, or lifted my weights, I always feel more mentally prepared to deal with things that stress me. So I get them right off my plate much faster. It also helps me to focus on deep breathing. And your body is having a flight response anyway during times of high anxiety. So I put that energy where it can be used. My blood flows how it should, which helps me to deal with more stressful events as they arise so that I'm not always taken by surprise. Also, eating a balanced diet of fibrous vegetables, healthy fats, and even proteins help to manage stress effectively. Even diets like keto can help improve your sleep, your mood, and even more. Just a few other things to try and help reduce those levels of stress include practicing some form of meditation, whatever makes sense to you, learning good relaxation techniques that actually help you, reducing or even eliminating high levels of alcohol and caffeine, and also finding time to focus in on gratitude. Being happy about what you have can also make you less anxious about what you don't. Y'all, I hope today's video has been beneficial and that you've learned about stress management and anxiety management. And I know I can relate personally, but also in what I do in helping others. And so I know a lot of these things have been beneficial to many, maybe not everything, but some things can work for you. So check those out. Also make sure that you comment, share this video with someone who can use it, and subscribe. Thanks so much for watching. Beautiful Brown Baby Doll. Peace.